What's up, guys? Alexis Nunes here. Julien is joining me. Jules, let's talk about this weekend in the Premier League. This is a massive weekend. A couple of teams not doing themselves favours, like Manchester United, and leaving it all to the last day, I suppose we could say, in terms of getting a top 4 spot and securing Champions League for next season. So how big is this weekend, and whose eye are you on especially?
It's huge, and I think, at least if you were not supporting either of Leicester, Chelsea or United, we all wanted this to happen because we knew from the beginning that Leicester would play against United in the last game of the season, and that potentially could be a Champions League final spot if you want. And this is exactly what happened. The winners, well, at least if United don't lose, they will be there. But Leicester have to win, really. Well, they can draw and hope for Chelsea to lose against Wolves. But let's put it very simply. If Leicester beat United at the King Power Stadium on Sunday, they will qualify for the Champions League, which would be a great achievement for them. And after the season, especially after the season they had. So I think that's why everybody wanted to see all the neutrals at least, which is great. And even the Chelsea-Wolves game, when Wolves are 6, you could think that it's still a hell of a game as well. Chelsea need at least a point, and they would make sure to be in the top 4, which again would be a great achievement for Frank Lampard. It's not a given because I think Wolves, even at home, are a very tricky team to play, and they certainly would want to finish on a high with a win against Chelsea that then keep that momentum into the Europa League in August. So for Wolves, it's a big game as well. And you just don't know what happened. I still suspect, well, my prediction is that United will win and finish 3rd, and then Chelsea will finish 4th. But you can certainly not write off either Wolves or Leicester to get something out of those 2 games.
And then now, in terms of the next phase, and when the Premier League does start again next season, we know things obviously have been pushed back here or there. There's still European football to be played. You know, you have Wolves and United still in Europa League, and then Chelsea and Manchester City in the Champions League, albeit, you know, their ties are interesting.
Yes.
We don't know how those are going to go because those are 2 very big matches in the Champions League for City and Chelsea. But do you think that these teams will be at a slight disadvantage given the fact that they have to continue playing European football and might not have as much of a break to recover as they'd want before the new Premier League season starts?
I think there's certainly a bit of that for sure. If Champions League final is August 23rd, for all we know, City and Chelsea could face each other. Well, they could not face each other in the final, but could go really far in that competition, which means then with the Premier League starting again on September the 12th, that doesn't give you a lot of time as a break for holidays and then to go back training and be ready. So of course, I think in September, when the Premier League comes back, you could expect some of those teams like City, like Chelsea, like Wolves, like United, depending how far they went into Europe, to be maybe a bit slow to start. We saw it, for example, when Wolves had those qualifiers in the Europa League last summer, a year ago. They started with first 6 Premier League games without a win. It was difficult. It was difficult for Burnley as well the year previously. So we know that it's not always easy to go into a new season in the league after finishing really late or not having your players with a lot of holidays. That could be an issue. But again, would you rather win the Champions League and have small holidays or have long holidays and not competing in the Champions League?
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.